it down. Actually, I'm not. There we go. Let me see here. Make sure that mic check 1 2. See how that. Let me just all right. So I don't know why this isn't connecting to my YouTube thing, like at all. It's not there. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So it gets on my nerve. I mean, I'm about I want new streaming stuff. I may try Restream or just go back to StreamYards. So this is getting frustrating. So, well, shout out to everybody that's here. It is it's a little after 10. I'm a little bit late there. I had to get something for my, I got to get some libation going. So shout out to you, Paul G. Again, let me know if you want me to send you that Spider-Man Homecoming digital code that you won. If not, if you don't want it, let me know here by Thursday, and I'll redraw. There's no problem. Well, that is a Spider-Man Homecoming. So that's the one that has Iron Man in it and everything. So Robert Downey Jr. came aboard. Sony paid his contract. So Sony wanted him in the movie. That was part of the deal. And Sony got what they wanted. Marvel got what they wanted too. Jamal Adams, what's good, brother? How you doing? So what's happening? No, I'm pretty sure my thumbnail. I thought I changed my thumbnail. Did the thumbnail not change? I mean, it looked different when I set everything up. So, yeah, we're done with the New Year's Eve one. So it should have been. No, I'm pretty sure when I saw the thumbnail, it said Epic, and it said CES preview, which CES is in a couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, it's the 11th of January, and it's going to be all digital. So, but AMD will be there, NVIDIA is going to be there, Sony will be there, LG will be there. There's some robotic. I mean, they're going to show the advancement in robotics and things like that. So, yeah, it'll be a good show. Now, unfortunately for me, I'll be no, hold on, I'll be able to cover it because I'm off the 11th through the 12th, and I believe it's the 11th through the 14th. So I picked my own schedule, and I don't. I'm used to having a couple of days off. Like I'm used to being off like Monday, Tuesday, and I should have just taken Monday, Tuesday off, and I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm gonna have a 3-day. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, but what is going on? It says New Year's Eve podcast. All right. Well, that is because it's not letting me go in and edit. Yeah, it does say that. Yep, you're right. It is not allowing me to go in there and edit. So let me just try this one more time. Manage videos. It does say that. You're right. I thought I switched it. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Let me go to none of the above, submit, open widget. Okay, now that's working. Yep, so let me change it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, none of the stuff that I put up is there. Huh. I do apologize for that. I'm changing it right now. I wonder why that happened. I was wondering why it would not connect. Let's see here. I think that was, let me check one more thing. Okay, and then, I do appreciate that. Alrighty. I can't change anything there. I've got that on. I still do not. There's that. Alright, now let me go back and see if it did it change now? Let's see here. Hopefully that will change pretty soon. Yeah, you're right. That is nuts. Yeah, it changed now. Okay. Yes, but Happy New Year's again. So. Ah. Yeah, I am still in 2020. I'm looking at it now. It has changed now. So that's pretty funny, though. I still don't know. I was wondering why that wasn't working when I first started, and now I know. It's still not, but I'm looking at it right now. It has changed. So let me. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, this one did not connect. The one, yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I apologize. All right, there we go. All right. Well, what's up to everybody in the chat? Terrence is great. How are you doing? All right, Paul G, all right, you're gonna get in touch with me. That's fine. So, yes, I am the only friendly tech guy here in the YouTube gaming streets. The only one that is telling you the truth because I actually read the material and do have some inside sources. So, yeah, I was attempting to fly the F-14 and I am complete trash at it. And so I can't get it to work right. And did I delete it? I think I deleted it and I added did I add something? But today's the last day with the free modules. So, and again, I don't have enough space. Right there, my plane was in a flat spin. That's why I just said, well, let me just get out of here. So I flew a little bit today, this morning early, with the F-15. I've got the I feel pretty comfortable in the F-16. The F-18, I feel proficient with air-to-air. So I'm going to move to the F-15 and get proficient at air. I'm doing all my air-to-air stuff and to get proficient. Then I'm doing all my air-to-ground, so I have to go back and do air-to-ground. So, yeah. So, yeah. But with C.E.S, you're going to that's looking like it's shaping up to be pretty cool. You're going to have a lot of cool stuff. It should actually go back on and refresh it. And you're right, I did have 2 podcasts open, but one I promise you guys, yeah, this was still not working correctly. I don't know anymore. Like I said, I give up. So, but so it says we're okay right here. So, but that's all I can really do at this point. So, yeah, go ahead and sub and hit that like button and all that kind of stuff. Come on, get my likes up there if you don't mind. I wonder, let me type this in. I just want to try something else out here. Yeah, see, this one never connected. Yeah. But see, you all are in this queue as well. See, there's one that did not start. Let's see here. One did not start. I don't know why this one did not connect. So, I don't know. So, I don't know. How about giving up? So the one where V'ger was at, V'ger was in that one. Now the one V'ger was just in, that's the one I thought was starting, but for some reason I think I forgot to do something in my edit screen. So here we are. So I don't know. There's my analytics screen. Okay. So no, yeah, keep the chat up. I mean, you all's chat rate is actually pretty good. I like it. So all right then. So, but shout out to Rollo God. How are you doing? You just say his birthday's tomorrow. That's in a few more hours, I believe. So, Rollo God says he has 2 games of PS-5 upgrade available, so you'll be ready as soon as you get the bag. Okay. I hope I changed that one, Paul G. Yeah, I hope I changed that. Oh, it's going to be 48 years old. There you go. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. So, Corey Massey says, yeah, Happy New Year, appreciate you. So, could be a YouTuber. I bet it does something wrong. PlayStation King said he's enjoying Cold War at 4K 120. That's cool, which has nothing to do with the refresh rate, okay? So, you're just playing at 120 FPS. So yeah. But started to make videos on real. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. All right, then. Like I said, Paul G. Shout out to all the members. It's like Paul G is here representing the member clan, and I do appreciate that. So, Ghostface says hello. What's happening, Ghostface? So, but all right then. So yeah, kind of on to it. So the people who are still looking for the PS5 and things like that, there's a restock coming. But I think it's only for Europe. You know, there is a restock inbound, according to Tom's. I forgot the name of it. Tom's Hardware. There's a restock coming, and oh man, they always call me when I'm podcasting. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. I don't know why they always call me when I'm podcasting. How is 2021? Well, I mean, it's okay so far. This is my technically my first day off, second day off in 2021. So just kind of getting restarted again. So, but yeah, so the game I'm playing, and when you get your PS5, remember there's a restock coming. There's a restock coming. So when you get your PS5s. The thing that I was not able to do, because I could not remember my password for my PS4 Pro, I couldn't remember my password, so I had to go and set up a brand new everything on my PS5. So make sure you remember your passwords, because there's some games I wouldn't mind playing, like Elite Dangerous and stuff like that. Right now, if I want to play Elite Dangerous, I have to start all over again. Because I don't know how to get in touch with Sony, because Sony is a bear to get in touch with customer service wise. So I may try today, but I got some other stuff I got to do. But yeah, so make sure you do that, and also make sure if you put in a PS4 game, once that game loads, you can go to this little bitty screen. It'll say play game or play on there. And next to that is these 3 little dots. Go to the 3 little dots, okay, and click on that to make sure you're playing. This is if you put a PS4 game in. Make sure you click that dot, and it will say PS4, PS5 version. Always go down to that and make sure you have. I tried a password reset. I promise you I did, and I couldn't do it. So I was mad, but I'm not tore up, you know. It's kind of like, well, you know, I had a few digital games like Predator. The games I had that were digital that I played the most was Elite Dangerous, and that was it. I played Predator off and on. that Predator has died down. I was gonna, and everything else is physical. I buy physical stuff, so, but I'm old school. So, but yeah, but that sucks. With Elite Dangerous, I think I had like $6 million, dog. Like I had $1,000, G. So yeah, you got receipts. Yeah, I mean, again, guys, don't do what I did, and always remember your passwords. I could not remember my passwords to save my life, so I tried everything. So and this was right around when the PS5s were launching, so you could not get in touch with Sony at all. And some people had no problem getting in touch with them. I'm like, I don't know how to get in touch with them, because the number I'm calling, it's just sending me to, it's like, you got to do this. So the Xbox Series XS trademark serial number is 904. All right, what's that about, actually? Are they making another Xbox? I mean, again, that's that's fine. I mean, but you heard me tell you, until Phil Spencer sends his design team home, they're going to always make Xboxes, okay? And they will always make a quote-unquote more powerful one, all right? So just so you know. But just because they've got a patent number doesn't mean they're going to build the machine. Maybe that's a patent and they decided to build two different machines. So we don't know. So, yeah. See, I've got so many passwords, I just forgot that one. So, my girl's birthday or something. Yeah, you're right. That's what I should have done. You're right. All right, but again, that's the only game I had to kind of really restart. So, and I'm going to start playing that again on January 22nd. And no, I still don't have my Trump bucks. I don't know, maybe I'm the last person in America that's going to get it. So, but anyway, the federal government is sending out $600. It's not $1,000, G. They're sending out $600, and a lot of people have theirs, and I don't. I still don't have mine. And there's no way of getting in touch with anybody to see when you're going to get it. So, there's people waking up with it, and I don't. I checked this morning, it ain't there. So I still, once I get that, though, I'm paying off my monitor and my PS5. I'm going to get the Sony 900E or H, the TV. I'm going to get that TV. So, but, yeah. But, so a PS5 restock, just remember, and this is for everybody that's getting one. And or has one, and you're putting PS4 games on it, or you're downloading PS4 games, always make sure you go to that little bitty screen that says play on your UI, which your UI is different. It did take me a little while to get used to it. To me, it didn't feel as natural. I'm fine with it now, but it was a learning curve there. Just always make sure, because a lot of people were playing just straight PS4 games, and they weren't getting the extra stuff on the, I was like, when I first played Madden, the very first time I played Madden, because I have the PS4 version of Madden, so I did not know I had to go to another screen. I thought the PlayStation 5 just automatically did stuff. At least as of right now, not with these games right now. You do have to tell it to do it, okay? If not, it'll just play it as backwards compat, but it won't give you the extra juice. So just remember that when you get it. If you're going to put a PS4 game in, like if you have the PS4 version of Assassin's Creed, you can play the PS5 version of it. It'll say this game has an automatic upgrade. Do you want to install that? You click yes, and then you make sure you have to do it. So, but there you go. Yeah, the U.S. dollar is already highly inflated, so, yeah, you're talking about the Great Reset. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. But I don't have mine yet, so, and I took an Uber home yesterday, and she already got hers. She's like, she got hers, like, on the 2nd. I'm like, dang on, I'm still waiting on mine. I don't know what's going on, so. The Nightbot's name. Yeah, I know. I mean, there's some people that have the Nightbot one. Some people have the Streamlabs one. So, but yeah. But if you're going to get a PS5, if you're in Europe and you're listening to this podcast, you can expect a restock probably sometime this week, probably around the 6th, if not before. They're Sony and Microsoft. They're gonna put out consoles into stores probably by mid-February, and that's because I don't know if you all know this, but both Sony and Microsoft, the last restock that just happened, excuse me, they fended off over 20 million robots. Okay. They fended off 20 million robots or bots to try to buy, and it's just ridiculous, So they're just going to put them in the stores, and it's first come, first serve. I don't know why they wouldn't do that in the first place. They're basically saying because of everything going on in the world. But if you got a mask on, you just have to stand in line. You can social distance the line. If you get 35 in, I would have 40 spots. And then after that, you have to have a security guy back there sitting at a desk, saying, they've got 30 of them. We're going to put 35 people in line because, some people are putting it on credit card and their credit card may not take it. I don't know. And that's the way you got to do it. So the UK is no longer part of Europe. Yeah, it is. Can you not take a train from France to England and vice versa? So, thank you, True Virgil. The UK quit Europe. Oh man, the UK seems to be quitting a lot of stuff at this point. So, thank you, True Virgil. That's right. The only one that's telling the truth. I was busting somebody's cheeks on Saturday. These guys got up Saturday morning just lying. Just like, why? It's 2021. You all said you weren't going to keep lying, but you all keep lying. I don't get it. So I'm glad that the Epic CEO came out and spoke a little bit more about the PS-5 and PlayStation 5, the way it organizes information, and the way I read the article was that I guess if somebody hires you to work in a room, and in that room there's a bunch of cans of beer, okay? There's a bunch of cans of beer. And there's blue cans, there's red cans, there's orange cans, there's purple cans. And they say, we need you to put all the blue cans on the first shelf, all the orange cans on the second shelf, all that kind of stuff. And you do that really fast. All right? So so the PS5, the way Epic's CTO, which is the Chief Tech Officer, the way he was talking, the way I understood it, was that the PS5's SSD solution does that so fast that it because it eliminates all these bottlenecks. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about the X, but I don't have a Series X. Let me make this clear. If you want a Series X or a Series S, go buy one. Okay? Hell, buy me one. All right, but I'm no longer going to argue on what console's more powerful, what console plays the games the best. We know what console does, so people just need to move on, okay, and enjoy it. If you got a Series X for Christmas, or your wife got it for you, or your baby mama got it for you, whatever, fine. Go enjoy and play it, okay? Go enjoy and play it. But yeah, I'm not getting one until maybe another couple of years. Okay, that's just the way. That's just the way I'm doing it. It's not that big a deal. I waited over 1 year to get the 5600 XT. Okay, so I can wait 2 years for an Xbox Series X. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Doesn't mean I think it's trash. It just means it's not a need. Okay, it's not a need. I love the TVs at Best Buy that are in Magnolia. But they're not a need. But I love to look at them. It's like, oh man, that's a good looking TV, And of course they're in Magnolia, so you're going to be paying at least one stack. Minimum one stack. So, Well, again, the T-flops didn't matter because of there's no, I can't say there's no pop-in, but because I've seen some stuff on Assassin's Creed, I'm like, I mean, it's not Sony's fault, this is not their first-party game, but yeah, my character, walked through, she didn't walk through a tree, but it looked like she walked through a tree. It looked like the hit detection wasn't there. So, and maybe that's just, maybe the game doesn't have great hit detection, but so far the hit detection is good, And if you don't know, if you use the female, if you use a weapon where she has to hold a two-handed weapon, she doesn't do it as well as the guy. But on the other hand, she moves faster. So and when you use her, you should use like an axe and a shield because she seems to move faster. I don't know if you remember Assassin's Creed. I don't know if you remember Assassin's Creed, the one with Evie and the one that was in pre-industrial England. It's right on the top of my tongue. But there was like there was a male and there was a female. And if you chose the male, he was more of a brute. He could just overpower people. And then if you chose his sister, Evie was more stealth. You had to play differently. So yeah. But the way the PlayStation 5 gets this information, they're going to have a fundamental advantage when developers start streaming their data in. If you go back and you listen to the Unreal 5 demo, they talked about that. Okay, they were actually talking about that on when you first run into that first statue. They were like they did not have to use a whole lot of memory for that. They just kind of put it in there through the what is it called, the the noodle textures, whatever they're called, and they were just able to implement it and put it in there. So they did not use a ton of budget. And so that's what developers are looking for is how can we move? Yeah, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Thank you, Billy. Helping an old man. I need to take my Geritol pill. That's why my phone rang. That was my that was them saying you better take your old pill today. But my point to you is that they did going back to Assassin's Creed. They did do that in the game. So the man doesn't fight like the woman, and the woman does not fight like the man. Okay, the guy, he's more proficient with the two-handed weapons, as a man would be. Okay, but the female, she's more proficient with the smaller weapons. She moves faster. She doesn't punch as hard. It's going to take her 4 hits to do something. It would take him 2 hits to do. So she just can't stand in there and constantly take punishment. She has to get in there, hit somebody, move. Get in there, hit somebody, move. So she's better if you like playing that game just on pure stealth. That's the person to use if you're more stealthy. Now, if you want to go full and go brutalize people, you use the guy. The guy's a brute, okay? And that's just kind of the way they follow the AC. I was going to call it Unity. Good grief. That's just the way they decided to do it. Again, very, very well done. And so far, so good. And I like doing the raids because I like her blowing that horn. And then you go in there and you tear shit up. So that's always fun. But hit that like button, people. And if you like the podcast and you want to support it and get into drawings and things like that, like I said, we had 3 winners. Shout out to BGS. He won the Tenet digital code. Paul G here. He won the Spider-Man Homecoming code. And Dribble PISS. He was Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, I haven't heard from Dribble PISS yet, so if I don't hear from him by Thursday the 7th, by midnight on Friday, I am going to draw another name. So, I think Assassin's Creed Unity is the best. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I like all the Assassin's Creed, so I don't have a bias. I like the story, things like that. So, you're gonna be chopping heads off when you do raids. Well, what's cool is that girl when you use the axe, That's one of her finishing moves. Like, she'll take the axe and she'll use her whatever hand. And that's another thing. If she has the axe in her left hand, she's going to attack left-handed. You know, so the game will play differently if you're a southpaw. You know, if you're a left-handed person, you're going to do things differently. You're going to move differently. You know, so it's a cool game in that sense as far as what I've seen. If you have a 4K TV I have a 4K TV on PlayStation. It's running. This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's dynamic 4K, and it is running at between 1440p and 2160p. So at some point you'll play that game, more than likely when they're selling, and it's probably 4K. But as soon as they get off the boat and a dynamic action starts, the resolution is going to drop. Remember, I'm the tech guy, and I told you guys dynamic resolution wasn't going anywhere. And you had people in my chat saying, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Everything's going to be native 4K. I don't know if you remember people in the chat saying that, okay? And I'm like, no, that's not true. You know, dynamic 4K won't go nowhere. Neither will checkerboarding. I'm like, that's all going to be around. Yeah, you had people screaming that wasn't true. It's like, oh, okay. You know, so. But at the end of the day, that is Sony's advantage, and they actually talk about, you know, as far as development of games and you know, Sony, you know, the PS-5 is always going to have better looking games because they got the draw distances and things like that. You can actually take a game out right now, Dirt 5. Dirt 5 uses VRS on the Xbox. It uses VRS on the Xbox, but it still doesn't look as good. Okay? And that's because of the way it's deploying its assets. You know, and again, I'm an AMD guy, and I specifically sat in my chair, and I specifically was saying, you guys really need to wait and see what RDNA 2 can do. Versus, you know, but you have people comparing it to NVIDIA, which I don't understand. I'm not a NVIDIA guy, but I know NVIDIA stuff is better than AMD stuff. You know, AMD is going to give you something comparable, but not as good, but at a better price. So NVIDIA they'll run 10 games, and 6 of them will run better on NVIDIA, but 4 of them are going to run better on the 4 of them will run better on AMD stuff, okay? That's what you have to look at. That's the way AMD looks at things. So, and they look at it like eventually our prices are going to bring more people into the market. And so they're literally taking the Microsoft approach. You know, again, Microsoft, Bill Gates, you know, Steve Jobs stuff, you know, literally told Bill Gates, Apple stuff is better. And all these NVIDIA fanboys say, we don't care, NVIDIA stuff is better. And they're right. But guess what? It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. AMD is putting more people into the gaming market. They're controlling that space now. Okay? They're going to control that space. Now, I saw somebody say they're going to get a 3080. Billy is saying that he's getting a 3070 or maybe a 3080. In a few months when those cars are in stock. Yeah, I mean, again, and that's a good point. The scalpers, they're trashing that stock too. They don't feel bad. You know, do not feel bad. You know, I'm looking at the 3070 myself, but I'm also looking at the 2070 because the 2070 does the DLSS and all that kind of stuff. It plays games really well. And that card, in theory, that should come down to about $499 once everything is out. So, yeah, of course I called it. I mean, I'm the only tech guy here in these YouTube streets that you can trust. Look, I don't have an agenda. Okay? I don't have an agenda. So, you know, I'm not trying to get more hits and get better algorithm numbers. I mean, YouTube it's a hobby. It's fun. I like to get up and talk to people, you know, have people ask questions and stuff like that. But it's not. I'm not banking anything on it. I mean, I don't expect Sony to. If I applied for a Sony Press Pass, they would probably laugh at me. You know, so I was like, "Who are you?" And they would have every right to, because Sony's a worldwide product, and they don't need press help. Like, they don't need help from people like me. You know, who am I to them? So, like, the only Sony product I own is a PlayStation. I don't, you know, and then I'll get a TV eventually. But I prefer Samsung's TVs. Okay, I just do. I prefer Samsung's phones. I prefer Samsung's tablets. I'm a Samsung guy. You know, I always have been, always will be. Now, everybody keeps telling me about the 900, and I do agree that the 900 looks like that's the best television for me, but I don't want to go in there and pay, you know, a stack, but that looks like what I'm going to be at. Now, maybe I'll get Trump bucks tomorrow. I don't know. So, but yeah, as soon as I get that, that's gone. But just remember that Epic, excuse me, Epic, they did that demo for a reason, and they actually started talking to Mark Cerny at the end of 2008 about how Sony wanted to store with storage and stuff like that. Sony thought that was a bigger deal because they wanted to eliminate bottlenecks and things like that. And for the most part, it looks like Mark Cerny is correct. It looks like so. Oh, shout out to you, True Virgil. Another member that's here. Says Syndicate is underrated. I don't disagree with that. I've liked all the Assassin's Creed. Now, my favorite character is from Assassin's Creed 2. I guess Ezio was 2, 3, and then he was in that other one when he was older. Revelations, Assassin's Creed Revelations. I love Revelations. That's one of my favorite games that I played. So, nah. Leave D alone. Those guys got exposed, and so it's just time to move on. So I don't know what else to say at this point. So, I'm sick. This went live. We're winding it down. I'm on my second out of 4 stories. So yeah, they really praise the SSD and the way they're going to move storage and things like that, and move storage, the way they're going to be doing things and be able to stream data in, which I didn't understand, but I get it now. I understand it now, and again, the less budget that they put on their CPU and GPU, the better they feel that they'll be able to have the games. So, and that's all that I love. I just want the games to be doing it. Says 4K TV is worth it, but don't prioritize HDMI 2.1. Well, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I may end up waiting on buying the TV because I got nowhere really to put it. I mean, again, like I said, I already have a 50-inch screen TV in my living room. And I really do not, and that's why I was looking at a 43-inch so I could just put my PlayStation in my bedroom. Because my girl's like, man, that thing is nice, but, and she likes the PS-5, but she's like, that thing's nice, but, it's just big. I mean, you got to understand it. Everything in here is black and silver. It's in my house. Black and silver. Whereas that the PS5 just stands out. And I'm like, well, and everything in the bedroom is white and black. And it's a natural fit for that. It looks like I said, the PS5 looks like a giant vanilla cookie with chocolate in the middle. It's like an upside down Oreo. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, but yeah. So, yeah, well, you all know Sick won't start podcasting for 20 minutes, But yeah, y'all know that. But so moving on, so with CES, what we're looking at is they're going to be showing more 8K televisions. You all can expect a bigger which hopefully means these other TVs come down. More robots will be there. They do have some self-driving cars. Apple, I think, is going to show their self-driving car. I think Tesla is going to be there. Tesla, they're trying to build a car or something to go back to the moon. They want like a different kind of moon buggy. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. So Rollo God says he had the launch PS3, so you're used to it. Yeah, this is I don't know, I forgot in comparison side, but it's big. So it's big. So Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah, that's the engine. You gotta, the engine, the Decima engine. That thing is the Decima engine is the best engine. And I'm saying this is I love the Rage engine that Rockstar uses, but because that's got Euphoria and Havoc and it's all together. But that that engine for Horizon Zero Dawn, that's something else. That is something else. But I can't wait to see where they take that. You know, Gorilla gonna do some magic. So now why is my arm hurt? Because I got my first COVID shot, and my arm hurt. I mean, it hurt. It started hurting. I'm finishing with this. It started hurting about 6 hours after I had that vaccine, and it's 2 vaccines. Okay, you got to go in. You have to go in and get a booster, and it hurt. I mean, it's supposed to. That's one of the side effects. I mean, so it did everything that it said. I mean, the swelling was there. I was tired. I didn't get the headache though, nor did I get diarrhea. That would have been pretty cool to get diarrhea. But I mean, it was bad. I felt bad. It's just like it's like I had the flu, and it's like having the flu with no fever. So this is kind of the best way to put it. My arm, it was hurting, and then it felt like somebody had beat me up, and then it took me about 15. I said 15. It took me about 15 hours after that. I felt better, and I'm feeling better after that. So, but it hurt. So it still hurts to touch it. So I wish that's why I was hurting. So now Amanda says you can find a 4K 60Hz HDMI 2.0 monitor. That is true, and I almost bought one. So that is true, Amanda. It is 100% correct. Yeah, that is true. And like I said, I picked one up, but then I said, well, let me look at the 1440p monitors, and they had the one I got. I mean, they had it's a curved monitor. It's 27 inches. I mean, it's nice. I really like it. So, from what I've seen, is Returnal a day one for me? Yes, but it looks like it's gonna have puzzles. And you all know how I feel about puzzles, but since Sony's got that cheat thing you can do, I'm going to get it day one. Yeah. Again, we can't. This door swings both ways. These people are saying that they love big AAA titles, which is fine, but then they're going to cost more money. You're going to have to pay more money. And so what people are saying is, well, they can't afford $70. Well, if you go and put $12 on Returnal comes out when in March. So see, that is 3. All right. So if you go put about $23 down this month, $23 up at your local whatever, Walmart, GameStop, wherever you want to go, Target, Walmart, Sam's Club, wherever you shop. Okay, if you say I want a $23 card, and that's it, you start right there. So you got $23 right there, and then you got another $23 in February. Then when Returnal comes out, you go in there with your $23. Or you going there to you'll be at about $28, and you pick it up. That's what you do, and it's not hard. Now I do wish that Sony would have a way for us to reserve the games digitally, and maybe they'll do that this generation. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They may do that this generation, but if they don't, don't get upset. But I think if you get games digitally, you should be able to go and put like $5 or $6. down on it or $15 on it just to hold it. Okay, I think Sony may look into that, but that's going to be non-refundable. So you can put $5 to $15 down on it right now to hold the game, but it's non-refundable. Okay, that's what Sony could do, and I would participate in that. But again, I'm a physical man. I still buy albums. I'll go to Best Buy and I'll look at the albums. That's how I was able to find. I was able to find some Steely Dan albums. I was able to find some Foo Fighter albums. I was able to find their albums, because people were getting rid of albums, and I collect them. And I got that from my dad. My dad has a huge jazz collection of albums still, and God rest his soul. And he gave those to me in his will, and I still listen to those off and on. Herbie Hancock and all those guys, Ron Carter, so that's why I like physical stuff. So, but yeah, I'll be buying that. Right now, according to inflation, games should cost about $93. So you have these people that will go out and buy the special edition of stuff, and these are the same cats that are complaining. Okay, so I don't understand that. I mean, if you're gonna, like, I bought the special edition of The Last of Us Part 2. That cost $79.99. So but that was cool. I mean, it came with a lot of stuff. So, but again, the screensaver, they gave that away when the game launched. They gave the screensaver away. So, but I had the screensaver. I had some special code that I didn't even use for Ellie. I didn't use it. So, but because I didn't need it. The only thing I had trouble with in The Last of Us Part 2 was that thing in that basement that everybody called the Rat King, which I don't know why it's called the Rat King, because it did not look like a rat. But anyway, that thing killed me about 30 times. But everything else was just, straight up, combat. Get the drop on them and things like that. I mean, that's what I did. So, and I killed most of the people through stealth. I didn't use a lot of long-range stuff. I didn't use a lot of weapons as far as guns. But one of the things they did program into that game is however you play with Ellie, that's the way when you fight, when you have to fight Abby, that's the way she fights. So my Ellie, the way I had to keep away from her, because you're using Abby, the way you had to keep away from her was stealthy, because that's what Ellie was trained. I had trained my Ellie to do that. If it was more open combat, Ellie just would have, she would have been much more open combat. So the game calls it the Rat King. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it doesn't look like a rat. So. Kenna can only be purchased. Correct, yeah, and we're pleading with Ember Labs to please put out a physical copy, but it looks like that may have fallen onto deaf ears. To keep the price down, it's a digital release, and it's only $39.99, and I will be buying that. That's a day one. That is a day one. So remember, they said Sony was going to go for photorealism, and that's what they've done. Even that as bad as that game I can't say it's a bad game. A game that I'm not interested in, Goodbye Volcano High, that looks like a cartoon. But that's what they're doing. Are we getting DLC for The Last of Us 2? Nothing's been announced, Ghostface. We're still waiting for a 60 FPS upgrade. Okay? No, Kenna is $39.99 right now. I believe it's either $39 or $29. And again, I would pay $49 for a physical copy, and but they're not doing it. So, which is fine, not the end of the world. But yeah, but I want physical, and Kenna will be one of the few games I buy digital. So I'm really excited about it. So a 4K 120 hertz display will display sub 4K at 120 FPS. Yeah, well, again, remember I know people are playing, if you're playing like Call of Duty at 120, you're not playing it for the resolution, you're playing it for the FPS. You're going to take the hit in resolution. If you can limit your resolution in the game to 1440p, let the frame rate go as high as it can. That's true. That's true. We're still waiting for Last of Us 2 multiplayer. See, Billy, I'm not. I have no interest in playing multiplayer. I will play if they come out and they say we've got it. It's now 60 FPS. Yeah, I'll go back and replay it again. You know, that's kind of what I'm waiting on. But you know, a lot of people are like, I played the first Last of Us 4 or 5 times. You know, I'm like, well, okay. You know, I'm going to play the second one again, but I hopefully we get an update. So yeah, but it's unfortunate for that because I prefer physical copies, or even if those guys, I'll buy a T-shirt or something. I don't know if they're going to open up like a digital store. I know they did some stuff, they gave some stuff away, but yeah, I would buy a Kenna T-shirt if I see it in the store, like at Walmart or at GameStop, you know, because they sell Game Gear, whatever they call it. So, yeah, But yeah, so yeah, that's why my arm hurts. I mean, it was hurting, so not as bad as it was. So, and you know, I couldn't sleep on it. I slept on it that first night, and it really hurt the next morning. Yeah, people will take frames over resolution. Yeah, I would too. You know, but again, that's when I played some of my favorite. They were older games, but I played some of my older games on PC, and I was playing at like 80 frames a second and 90 frames a second. I was like, man, I can't. It's hard to go back to 30. It's not that I won't, but even with the Spider-Man, the remaster that I'm still playing on PS-5, I'm playing that at the dynamic 1440p, 1080p. I'm playing that. That's at 60 frames per second, you know, and it has a ray tracing on there. So I'm like, yeah, to me, 1440p, 60 frames a second, ray tracing. That's perfect for me. You know, that's what I was expecting this generation. I did not expect things to all be native. I thought, yeah, maybe the first party games will get native 4K, the sports games will get 4K, you know, so... You know, but that was it. You know, the driving, you know, Gran Turismo, of course that's going to be, it's already 4K at 60, so yeah, I expect that to be 4K, but yeah, it's not that big a deal to me. Yeah, I'm resolutioned out after last generation. So you'll take frames over resolution. Yeah, I agree. Well, look, I don't have a stimulus yet. So, and again, they said a lot of people got it this morning, and I'm one of the ones who didn't. So, so I still haven't gotten mine yet. So I don't want to hear it. Waiting for GT7. Yeah, I'm excited for GT7. That probably won't come out. See, I think Horizon, Forbidden West, and GT7, I don't think they're going to come out to 2022. So, let's call it the God of War game. See, I think that's a 2022 game as well. So, oh yeah, you're not supposed to get one in Sweden. So, Sweden, you all have a high tax thing, but you all's country is so clean. So, you all's country is very clean. So, oh yeah, well, I think most of us, the people who really want the PS5, I think they'll have one by May. I think by May they'll all have one. So, but yeah, no, I've not gotten my stimulus yet, and it's you know, I'm gonna start getting worried if I don't get it by the 6th. So, so fingers crossed GT7. Yeah, I think it will have a 120 FPS mode. I think it will. So. Yeah, I agree, Corey. Yeah, it is. But like I said, I haven't got mine yet. So, you know, it's like, it's frustrating seeing people like, yeah, I got mine. And I'm like, oh my God, where the heck is mine? And what's also frustrating is that they don't have a website up. Like that first stimulus, you could just go there, type in the last four, your social, and they would say, yes, yours will be delivered on this day or in between this day and this day. So they don't have that. I don't even think they have a number that you can call. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. But all right, guys, I am going to get on off here. I'm going to bounce like a bad check. Just remember, yeah, the PS5 restock. You all can check that over in Europe because I think the restock is going to hit sometime tomorrow or Wednesday. Just keep an eye out on that if you still are trying to get one and you want one. Let's see here. Yeah, my arm hurts because I got that friggin' virus shot. It hurt like the dickens. So, and Epic, again, they talked about the PlayStation and how it's going to fundamentally allow developers to change the way they deliver information because of the way things are stored. So, you know, that's kind of what Sony did is they removed a lot, not all, they removed a lot of the bottlenecks. And so, again, everybody is just, yeah, that's cool. We're still waiting to hear about more stuff inside of the PS5. And maybe we'll find out some stuff at C.E.S. Like I said, AMD will be there. And, you know, AMD will be there, NVIDIA will be there. I don't know about Intel. I'm looking more forward to the televisions and the robots because I like that kind of stuff. I like that robot that cleaned that house. I'm like, I got to have one of those, you know. So I got to get one of those. So, but all right then, guys, I'm going to jump on off here. I do appreciate you all being here. And it's all been fun and games. And just keep it fun and games this year. So, and shout out to Marlon Gaming Nation. He apparently bought, he's giving away a PS5. And so go check that out. Yeah, he's giving one away. And so, you know, he's the man on that. So go check out how you get into that contest. And also, he bought an Alienware computer, and it didn't work out for him. This is kind of the best way to put it. So said the robot will disobey me like Detroit Become Human. Well, remember, Detroit Become Human, they were programmed to protect humans, and that the humans didn't know that. But not all of them were. So what do they call them? Deviants? If they didn't do something like that. So, but all right then, guys, let me get on off here. I appreciate you all being here. Have a good one. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody had a good, safe New Year. Hopefully your favorite team made the playoffs. I know the whole AFC North is in the playoffs, it seems like. I think the Steelers and Baltimore plus Steelers, Baltimore, and Cleveland, I believe, are in the playoffs. Buffalo, Kansas City. I think that's it. I think that is the playoffs in the AFC. So we'll have to definitely wait and see. But all right then, I will talk to you guys later. You all have a good blessed one. Go jump over to Sick Humor's podcast, see what he's doing, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out.